If the Montreal Canadiens win Game 6 on Thursday, they're in the Stanley Cup Final. PJ Stock, my good pal, what do you think of that statement?
My God, not only that, it's on a Quebec holiday as well. The game is here in Montreal. And well, we like to throw a party when the Canadiens win or pretty much lose, but especially on Saint Jean Baptiste. So it's going to be a crazy day in Montreal tomorrow night.
Wow. What's impressing you most about this Canadiens run?
I think there's just, when we used to play, you'd always try and, get the other team, they play this way, but we got to try and get them to play our way. And sometimes it's really hard. And we were playing against Detroit and Eisman and Fedorov. We wanted to slow them down to play our style. Well, no, they just were able to dominate and play their style. Whether we're Chicago, teams that were really successful found a way to get teams to play their style. As much as you tried to take them out of the rhythm, you just weren't able to. And the one thing about the Montreal Canadiens is that they've been able to do it to Toronto, who was the top team in the North. They were able to do it to Winnipeg, but probably one of the top 6 forwards, one of the top 2 lines in the league as well. And then they're able to do it to Vegas Golden Knights right now. That it's the Montreal Canadiens deserve a ton of credit for influencing the way every one of these games have been played.
Yeah, and they've been shutting down some big forwards along the way. I mean, you look at this series, Pacioretty 1 goal, Stone nothing, Marchessault nothing, Carlson nothing. How? Is it all Phil Danault? It can't be just all one guy.
No, I think, 2 guys that aren't getting any love in this. We always talk about the offensive players in order to talk about besides Price in the back end. We're talking about the leadership of Weber, Petrie, how great he is at bringing the puck up from the back. Edmondson and Sharp have been the two type of pillars on the back end that let them in. They rolled forward defense a lot. And when they haven't rolled forward, which I love, they haven't put the 5-6 together. They sparingly put them in with one of the top 4. And it's been Edmondson a lot. He brings a lot of meanness to the game. They're all big bodies, too. I think that's another thing that is being lost here is that Vegas was able to play a certain style against Colorado. They were able to intimidate them physically. Whether pushing Makar around or draw it around. They're not being able to do that to the Montreal Canadiens. So they're a much bigger, stronger team. They don't make a lot of mistakes. It's almost boring hockey, but it's, New Jersey Devils hockey of the 90s. It's winning hockey. And I really think that Sherratt and Edmondson deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah, boring hockey is winning hockey. You absolutely nailed it. So Peter DeBoer says he knows it's true, man. It works. It works in the playoffs.
It is though.
It is.
So I remember we just want we're stuck and we want this entertainment. But at the end of the day, I mean, Montreal's on fire. I don't want to say on fire because we've been there before, but they're so excited. For the 3 hours of the game, we want more of a show. We want this, but they won. They won, and now everyone's all excited. So forget about how we got here. We're here. I'm just hoping, for me, if I'm watching it for 3 hours, I want a little bit of excitement.
Hey, man, fire wagon hockey is beyond entertaining. We all want it, but that little poster on the wall that you just made, get pucks in deep, that wins a lot of time. Baby. Here we go now. That wins a lot of time in the playoffs. Peter DeBoer says he knows who he's going to start in Game 6. He's not going to tell everyone, though. Who do you think DeBoer goes with between the pipes?
I think you have to go with Fleury. He's the guy that got you there. He's the guy that did all the work in the playoffs. Leonard had some great games from him as well along the way. Just, Fleury's had an unbelievable year. And, last year was a little bit different. I think this year your guy is Fleury. And I think you pulled him out one game recently at Game 4, Game 3, when you had the puck in the feet mistake.
Yeah.
And you go back to Leonard on that one, and then it's just I don't know what message you really sent to the team, and I don't know if there was a discussion between the goalies. But does that play with the psyche of your number 1 goalie when you put him back in net? The goalie for me is Fleury. It's not even a question.
All right, PJ, I know you well. Your Saint Jean Baptiste days, I'm sure they're always a 10 out of 10. If the Habs win, it'll be an 11 out of 10. Question is, do the Canadiens wrap it up in Game 6?
Oh man, I think it's so hard. I'm not betting against them ever again. Carey Price the last 3 years statistically hasn't been great, and he's just, I don't even know what to say now in the playoffs. I apologize for my last 3 years. He's been unbelievable. As I mentioned, their top 4. They've had these shots and blasts of youth. Like Cole Caulfield didn't even start the playoffs. Neither did Kotkaniemi, who gets 2 huge goals. Those 2 guys last night. I can't bet against these guys for so many reasons.
The makeup of the team is amazing. A little electric youth, a little old man power, and getting pucks in deep. I love it. Thanks, buddy.
Get them deep. Get them deep.